That rather surprising victory versus Na'Vi, not one that many people saw coming. So I feel like this is still a very, very 50-50 game. There is a chance that Heroic could pull the upset.
And no other way to start a Dane game than on Nuke, Harry. We're straight into things, and North on the T side will be going fast inside of that A site. Stound's going to be the first to fall, and instantly this site has been covered by T's. The bomb gets dropped by Freiburg through the smoke, but that should only be a temporary problem for North. They can pick it back up and get that plant down.
Yeah, just Freiburg and BlameF left standing here. And in this 2v4, you really don't fancy their odds, but can they find anything? Bomb is going to be planted for Hut and Mini. And with so many players over inside of the Hut, you really are going to be hard-pressed to find much here. If you're Heroic, BlameF will get one, but he's quickly traded, quickly dealt with, and North finding the pistol here to kickstart this first map.
Yeah, great start. You know, confidence showing from North as well. This is their map pick. Starting on the T side of Nuke, for them to take the pistol is going to at least set them off to a strong start. When these guys played previously, we didn't get to see any Nuke. Oh, sorry, we did rather. It was not, of course, North to pick it, and they did pick that up 16-9. Heroic, their map pick in Mirage, which will be coming up next. They won previously 16-4. This was, of course, the Cologne qualifiers these guys just played in a few days ago. This was online, though, and things change, Harry. But North, they're starting things off strong at least. Double scout coming through for Heroic. The force buy on the CT side, as you would expect on Nuke. North going for the outside smokes, won't be playing off the back of them, though. Already set up inside of the lobby. AZ looking to try and take over ramp, and there's only one player on the other side.
Still, these scouts, I mean, we've seen them be deadly time and time again in the Pro League thus far. NATO rotating in with a scout of his own, but these flashes doing a good job of keeping Heroic off of these angles, not letting them get any chip damage with those scouts. Slowly but surely creeping forward out into mid, and Easy getting tagged up. NATO finding a lot of damage on the back of this weapon. Will finally get dealt with. And now Hell Control taken here for North. They're all across the map, still with a foothold over towards ramp room. Kierby is waiting to see if any players get a bit curious as to what lies in store. But this scout on BlameF could still stand to do a hell of a lot, you know, with NATO getting so much damage off on his scout. This one does become a bit of a deadly prospect here for North to run into. Looks like this is going to culminate in the A play. Ooh. And Kierby eliminating Freiburg. Well, at least lessen the likelihood that these pistols are able to find much. But there is BlameF arriving with one. Stound, he's letting them cross. And he's found a double of his own. It's BlameF in the 1v2, but both these players are tagged up. This scout is going to hit like an AWP.
Yeah, 10 seconds after that bomb went down for North. Very, very well timed, but the missed shot from Blame, that was his opportunity. And now, does he know? Does he realize Gade is to his right side? He seems aware, but doesn't fully clear the angle. Gade jiggling, gets spotted, but gets the kill behind it. North take a 2-0 lead. That definitely gets dicey, though. The heaven split, a couple of deagle shots hit on that A site by Stound, and almost fell apart for North in the last few seconds, but they get the bomb plant down and able to close out the 2v1 versus Blame. So already off to a strong start, but again, that was a force buy for Heroic, and they bring it down to the wire. So just waiting for their first rifle round. It will just be that full eco for now. We got Freiburg on a Zeus, down on a flashbang. Maybe see a bit of aggression here on the CT side.
Wow, the flat A commitment. There's a lot of bodies here to try and throw resistance the way of North, but there's no resistance. Stoud is the only man to find anything. And he should get dealt with. You don't imagine he gets any more, and indeed he will not. North moving on to the 3-0 start. They get the pistol, they convert the 2 rounds on the back of it, but now we have this first buy available for Heroic.
The first challenge, the first chance for Heroic to get something done. I'm excited to see this AWP battle as well. Obviously mentioned by the guys on the desk a second ago was when we saw these teams play previously, it was rather the bottom performers on the AWPs. Both NATO and Yugi, the latest additions to either one of these two rosters. So maybe with some time to prepare, some time to get into the groove with these rosters. Now obviously playing officials on LAN as well. I'd imagine they're feeling a little bit more comfortable. NATO certainly looks it. Aggressive with the AWP, taking a strong angle to look for this pick against Yugi, who will be on a rifle instead. It's just a game of patience here, and North, they're going to run out of it, looking to walk towards this B side of the map for the moment. NATO will have a chance to get a shot, drop off, and Blame can even rotate in from the heaven side as well, drop down through that ladder and come and assist if there's time. NATO, I imagine, will drop down towards B after firing off a shot. But North, still waiting on this default. You can see they're very much expecting something aggressive to come through from a Heroic. If we remember that game yesterday, Heroic had so many little tricks on the CT side of those maps. Lots of aggression, lots of plays being made by them, but this time they will be the patient ones. North going to be forced to make a play and pressure towards A early on, but it will be back towards ramp and into this AWP.
Oh, NATO here, he's looking for the highlight clip, but Blame F might have just snatched it away from him. A quick double, and with that, the bomb dropped. AZ and Valde a long way away from one another. Valde trying to pressure towards this midi position, and Freiburg will make quick work of him. Valde 1v5. He's been spotted and tagged up. He's going to get finished off, and that is Heroic straight in on those rifles with a round here. And a very clean and convincing one at that.
Yeah, and that was clearly a read from the likes of Heroic. Blame was playing in the heavens, and even though North start throwing smokes and flashes inside of the A site, he still rotates down to join NATO. Very much expectant of that ramp play were Heroic. Bit of a read coming through, and there's going to be so many mind games and preparation against the other side that I imagine these two teams have, so look out for more of that. Heroic take their first gun round, and NATO still on this AWP. He's going to be dealt with another rush, fast and furious, but he misses the shot. They're going to overwhelm him. He's got to get anything he can. Dump in a lineup, 2 kills and damage to Valde. The trade is there, but he's kept this round alive for his team.
Oh, he most certainly has. He almost gets lucky with the collateral. He's brought Valde down so low here. Freiburg not quite able to mop up the low HP IGL for North. And so now a 3-on-3. NATO's work has been undone and unraveled here on the back of AZ and Valde, trading this back into a 3-on-3. First man to arrive on the scene is S-Tag, trying to spray on through. Give himself a little hole in the door to work with, but hasn't been able to spot anything. Blame F is still over here towards the A side of the map as well. Now dropping down into the vents. His rotation will be heard and telegraphed the way of North.
Gotta go.
Yeah, time's running out. And if Heroic, they're going to go for this. They've got to pick up the pace. They've got to get into this bomb site. They still haven't been able to find anything, but there's Blame F down him with another. It's only AZ left standing, but time ticking away, and they might come to regret taking so long to get into this bomb site. They hop on it. It's going to come down to the wire, but I think they've got it. Heroic, a second round as close as it gets.
Yeah, and you could see why they were taking so long as well, right? They break open the door, they start to put pressure through that decon door and try and get information on where these T's are set up, because there was no info being given by North, no players peeking, no one taking fights, and I love that call from North just to bunker down and wait for Heroic to go for the play. The reason they take so long is so they can work out exactly where those players are. No one close sight. There's got to be one rafters at least, and dark as well, position that was hard checked by Heroic. So very aware of where North were in those post plants, despite North doing their best job of keeping that a secret. 3-2, Heroic starting to claw back. Pistols here for North. Should be a 3-3 at the end of this one, but we'll see if these Deagles can be as dirty as we hope. Gage ready to try and make that jump potentially round towards Hellside, avoid main, but he'd be running into the org, and that's going to have a great day. Blame with 2, bomb dropped off the roof. Yugi trying to keep things going for North, and actually some room made for Gade to get aggressive. Yugi even finds a kill to Blame. That's a gun dropped, and Gade can go and get it. Stound's going to try and deny exactly that, but Gade goes above. Can he go beyond? Ooh.
He certainly seems to think so, doesn't he? Gade, ooh, he could do it. Gets one, looking for the... Oh, no, that's the Deagle roaring to life. And they're left scratching their heads. Downs tried to come in for the trade, and he will mop up Gade, but there's still more players inside of this bomb site, and he won't get the trade. AZ drops him, and now it's NATO, a 1v2, AWP in hand, and this man has been spotted over towards the ramp in every one of these rounds. North, they have a reasonably good idea as to where he could be coming from. Yugi still holding in the bomb site is going to be vulnerable to this initial peek from NATO. Oh, no. Missed shot, tries to go back in for it, and NATO just got to bow out of this round. North, they will be securing a 4th. He's not quite able to hold on to the AWP. They do find him looking to retreat, and that's North in with a 4th round. They keep that lead over on the T side.
Yeah, and you could see Stown coming for the retake there. He throws that flash to blind the close sight player, and the reason he peeks wide to check below Heaven is because with Gade being in the Heaven a few seconds ago and that bomb going down, he was expecting a Heaven side plant for Gade. The issue is North went for the main side plant, and they had AZ covering wide, so Stown not expecting on the other side bomb plant and gets caught by it. That's very unfortunate. Like a good read from him, but just not the right one. Yugi on the AWP now. He's retrieved that from the body of NATO. That's why North hunted him down in the lobby after he tried to retreat through Hut. And now Heroic, who would have loved to have an AWP here. They're scrambling for guns. One shotgun on Stown. Few rifles, but no util, no kits. Gonna rely on raw firepower alone, but there's plenty on this Heroic team. North, I love the patience being set by this T side. The default is very strong, and I don't think they're going to allow for any more little tricks shown by Heroic in this game. Very confident on their map pick. Going for these outside smokes again. Will they commit with them? No, that bomb double backing inside of the lobby. Faude going to go and reunite with his team. And no info for Heroic. They have no one here. S-Tag's been cut off by the smoke. So as far as they're aware, these North players could be down towards B, but it's going to be the lobby crunch into A. Great shot from Kierby, dropping the shotgun and opening up A. The trades are there for Freiburg with 2, but S-Tag's still here, and they haven't smoked off main. They may come to regret that. 2 kills. Orb dropped 40 seconds for Gade to find the clutch, but he's been great so far.
Yeah, he's been a real menace, but I mean, still the 1v2 required here. Now, S-Tag might have been tagged up.
The bomb's dropped in the vents.
Oh, yeah. That is just unfortunate.
If only he knew that, he would have just dropped in and had a free B plant. Unlucky. You could see him walking around that vents, checking both sides, trying to pick it up without looking away from main, knowing there was a player on the other side, but... North with a tactical, Freiburg trying to read the economy as well. Work out exactly what they have, because North, of course, did pick up that eco win, the half buy with 2k, so that's definitely going to send their money a little bit over the top here, but Heroic picking up their rifle round with very minimal utility. Freiburg and the boys sounding hyped as we get back into things for Heroic. 4-3, and the buy's back in for North. It's not perfect though, 2 AKs, a bunch of pistols and an SMG. A yard play would be a great call right now. Try and get down through secret and get a B plant in. Use these SMGs to your advantage with the close ranges. And North seem to agree, at least for now. Lots of utility outside early on.
Yeah, I mean, for North, they know that they've been keeping this money of Heroic down low, right? You haven't allowed them to build that up. So you want to try and break it while you've got the chance. They've gone for this buy here and now to do exactly that.
Uh-oh.
They're already through Hut, though, and no one here keeping an eye on this area of the map. That does allow these entries to come through, but it's quickly cancelled out by Stown inside of the bomb site. Oh, but AZ's brought it back to the 1v1. Somehow, some way, he's made this look doable, and now just NATO left to try and overthrow. Once again, they know where this AWP has been playing, but AZ anticipating that maybe this could have been the mini flag, does just drop the bomb, goes ahead and gets that down now. It's planted open. Flashing high to try and emerge from the smoke. NATO gonna whiff the shots, and AZ with a 1v3 to pick that round up for North. 4 kills in total. What a round from him. And North, they owe that man everything.
And one of the 2 hero AKs in that round as well, right? They go for that lobby crunch, and I love the call made from North. They've yet to go outside. Heroic definitely, didn't read that situation right. They see the outside smokes, they go, okay, they're probably going down B. Let's send a ramp rotate down. They do exactly that. And Freiburg, he's the closest player towards main, but he's tasked with watching Squeaky, which has been blown up by North. They're distracting him on the A site, only for them to come in from the back lines. Great pace being set. And they snuck the whole way as well, so North going back towards Yard. This time Freiburg goes down through the vents. Probably a safe decision, although reconsiders, goes back up towards A. Definitely we're going to see Heroic be a little more aware of this A main position, but and they damn right should be, because look at where North are going once again.
Oh, Freiburg hanging around in the smoke.
Nice.
They're able to get it. S-Tag. Oh, where's that come from? 3 kills, the Deagle chimes on in, and Kierby, oh, it's all falling apart. S-Tag, what a spray. Oh, the Deeg, it has torn North a new one, and it's Kierby now alone, 1v4. How's he meant to pick up the pieces when you get torn apart like that? I mean, I'm lost for words. Freiburg just distracting those players, does such a good job of drawing all the attention away from S-Tag, allowing him to peek out and just get offered those kills on a silver platter. Oh. Kierby tagged up with the scout, and I mean, his hopes of winning this round were out the window a long time ago, and now with him brought down to just 32 points of health, he is vulnerable to every weapon in the arsenal of Heroic.
And not long for this world, off angle for Stown. That's not a common position to check by any means, and Kierby is going to fall. So great work done by S-Tag. That Deagle lighting up the yard. Great to see a response to this control that North have been taking, because I feel like if North win that round off the back of the yard play, we're going to be seeing a lot of outside abuse from this T side, but now they might call that into question moving forward, especially with this buy. Going yard with pistols is never really favorable as a terrorist, so now with only 1 or 2 guns to play within this round, they are probably going to have to reconsider, maybe back towards ramp or one of these inner crunches again. Heroic just taking their time on this one. Still a round behind, and considering they are on the CT side as well, North have done a very good job so far. This is definitely in their favor, but as it should be, their map pick. If there was any game that was going to go the distance, see all 3 maps, this would be it. Wonder if NATO has that AWP. Doesn't look like it.
Oh, fast A play maybe. Easy tries to get down the vent. And I admire the confidence to go for it. There's so many weapons trained in on that position. That will be AZ's demise. NATO over here at ramp. Now we've seen some big moments of him on the AWP. This time he's only got that AK in hand. But he might be pretty happy about that, but considering the play that's about to come in, he just drops off and sets up down towards the B bomb site. Blame F is keeping an eye on the potential hell wrap. NATO here alone right now, dropping that bomb, is traded out. And now a weapon retrieved here for Yugi. Ooh. He's got the bomb site all to himself, so he will look to plug these numbers in and get that bomb planted. But so many players rotating on round. Yugi armorless, and Blame F gonna make that look almost too easy.
Yeah, what a shot. He jiggles once, gets the info, goes back in with Yugi on the angle, and boom, he just taps him. So, quick round for Heroic. Big guns on the side of, well, Blame and Heroic. So now the money for North is going to start to come back to bite them. They've obviously got loss bonus combined with that bomb plant money, but it should just be another one of these half buys before we see full rifles for North. Over-investment. Well, not over-investment, but investment in the previous round. So just Deegs here. Chance for Heroic to take the lead back, and NATO on this AWP as well. That's really where we see him most comfortable, right? In these rifle duels, you know, like he's holding his own, but when he's on the AWP, he's just such a make or break player for this Heroic roster. Back on overpass, him and Blame holding, okay, forget everything I just said. Him and Blame holding that A site was so good yesterday, but this time, 1 Deeged out, go home, and North, a man advantage is taken away from them. It's Freiburg with a trade in the yard. I wonder if North will put any stake in trying to get this gun, and whether Blame will even let them holding this cross. There's no utility to get them down towards Secret, so they're just going to try and overwhelm Heroic.
Well, towards our side is not the avenue you want to be heading into, not against these rifles. Heroic moving up 6-5, and now in the lead, in the driver's seat.
But the buy back in for North, and this has been very back and forth so far, so with rifles coming in for this T side, this is where Heroic really have to pick up the pace, because they can't afford to be trading rounds as a CT side on Nuke. You want to be taking a significant advantage into that second half, at minimum winning the half 8-7, and that's minimum. North setting up inside the lobby, looking like an A burst round from them here. I think we're going to see Yugi come late into the yard, could potentially try and split main. He's thrown that smoke in again that North have been continually doing. Flashes through the squeaky door. Stound's up close on the site. He's been blinded and wrapped by Kiebi. Here's when the push comes through. Freiburg trying to watch the door, but he's also being pressured from the site. Gets the kill to AZ. Kiebi still being a nuisance, keeping those Heaven players occupied, but he's finally been dropped. Yugi with that outside lurk that we talked about earlier, and Valde, he's stuck behind the smoke. Yugi's been dropped by the AWP, and Valde's alone. I see the play there from North. It looks really good. The issue is Freiburg single-handedly makes it Heroics round. He drops that smoke. He cuts off the two players in lobby and in Squeaky, and Kiebi gets hung out to dry alone on the site. So now just a 1-on-3 for Valde. But if there was any man, Harry.
That is true. I mean, you know, Valde often so good in these clutch situations, but he's got such a trio to go up against. He will get that bomb down. Freiburg, the first man, and Valde,
gets
nice.
a swing,
He does. You got to admire it. He gets the right click in, you know, almost.
Freiburg's like, what's going on there?
Freiburg's missed the memo, mate. The NIP era is meant to be over, but here he is, rolling back the years. He's been having a phenomenal time in this map, anchoring down that A bomb site like a madman. And I mean, the thing that for me that's been so impressive about seeing Freiburg already in this map has just been, you know, in all these positions where we see him getting, you know, ran into, it will be by, you know, 3 or 4 players on the opposing team. He'll have the odds stacked against him, and he just seems so good to, you know, always get kind of 2 from these positions where really he's got no business staying alive that long. And it's another partial investment here from North. They really are leaving themselves cash-strapped when it comes down to getting these full rifle rounds out.
I mean, it's their best bet, right? Bomb plant at least gives them the money for the hero AK here for Kiebi, but everyone else on pistols, S-Tag basically draws an outline of those terrorists. Doesn't hit a single bullet. Unfortunate. Freiburg back in the vents here. We're going to need him more than ever, but Kiebi, that hero rifle, it's dropped him. That's a gun now for North. They can double their repertoire when it comes to the weaponry, and NATO's come down lower to B. Blame's already here. Smoke will cut off NATO. That's going to leave Blame completely alone. NATO can throw out his utility, but they've got pistols. North can just go through this if they want. They'll opt not to. That at least keeps Blame alive for a few more seconds, but it's very clear that North are near. AZ's already out on top of the site. The Molotov will force him back behind the smoke, though. Still stays alive. That nade from Blame could be everything, but landing a bit short, not going inside the door. 45 seconds, and this is just a standoff. Heroic, they've got North trapped on B, but they're just waiting for them to make a move.
North, they've grinded to a halt. I mean, they know they don't really have many options in this situation. Wherever they go into this site, they will be taking these gunfights. There's no way around it. NATO, missed shot. Blame F gonna fall, and now posting himself back up at the ramp. NATO looking for something. This hero AK has done so much, though. Kiebi with 2 kills in this round. And now these weapons being retrieved by the rest of the gang. This is looking like almost like it should be a done deal. They're trying to creep in from the ramp, but it's all falling apart. S-Tag, the last man left alive, and all he can really look to do here is save. He would love to get his hands on the AWP and deny that being retrieved for North. But I mean, now in this situation, wow. Kiebi's going to pressure him. 4 kills for that hero AK in that round. I mean, North, that was not one that they should have had any stake in.
That was a half by Harry. They had 4 players on CZs, and that's another round where North go for 1 or 2 hero rifles, and they literally win in the round. We had AZ with that 4K on the A site with that main split, and now we have Kiebi with another 4K on a solo rifle down on that B bomb site. And I love the fact that North, they slow down once they take secret control. Heroic fully rotate, but the amount of time that North took to actually hit that B site after taking secret caused Heroic to start to check their back, start to be scared of a flank. You could see Stound and NATO constantly watching the back of ramp. And just that indecision for Heroic and lack of information led to North picking it up. And of course some heroics from Kiebi. Great work from him. And hey, if they can do it with 1 rifle, well, 5 rifles, that's where North are going to feel at home. Yugi's on that AWP inside of the lobby. Look at Kiebi as well. Sneaky, he's outside. Just waiting for that late lurk. He can come in so clutch with an outside lurker, especially with North going towards ramp. We're going to be seeing NATO probably drawn off this yard angle to help out his teammate Blame, and that's exactly what's happening. Valde is throwing utility onto A, and this is a hot Molotov, so I wonder the intention here for North, whether they are going to go back from ramp into A or even try and split hell with someone coming in through main. We'll see. Valde throws a utility. The Molotovs go down and ramp to slow down this North push. And this is going to be very slow. Heroic get fully aware of this one. Blame just running through. He gets taken down by the orb. Yugi can't follow up, but can NATO? Only damage done to NATO. 13 HP, and they can wallbang that box to the ends of the earth. He's gone down. 5 on 3 here for North. They're just going to keep on rolling, keep on taking kills. AZ with another frag. And this is the A split after all for North, with Kiebi coming late in through main. It might not be needed. Stown gets another. There's the luck that we've been waiting all round for. And North, they're going to pick it up.
Yeah, you know, some cracks starting to show, you know, for NATO. I hate to have to, you know, put much on one player, but it does seem like, you know, maybe he's struggling a little bit over towards this ramp position. Since those first few rounds, we haven't really seen much from him, and he has had that AWP in the majority of these for Heroic. Just sets a bit of a worrying precedent on if he's going to be able to recover looking into the rest of this game. Because you think back to yesterday, he had a lights-out performance for Heroic.
The scary part is, right, if you're not getting it going on T-side, like Yugi's not really, when he's had the AWP, he's not really been doing a huge amount with it, but that's fine. It's T-side Nuke, you know, you let your riflers do it, and he's performing well. There's another kill. He's 11 and 10. He's having a great game, but if you're struggling on the CT side AWP, moving over, that doesn't, you know, exactly set you up for success to the terrorist half. That being said, North are running some pretty filthy executes right now. I love that play. Kiebi in the yard from the start of the round. We have Valde, you know, making the close A players focus on Squeaky and Hut with that Hut Molotov, and that takes their attention away from main. You can see Stown, he checked it, but he was completely blindsided by Kiebi's pace coming in through that main late in the round. This has been a great T-side from North, and can they get the cherry on top with the 8th round?
I mean, North, they're already not disappointed with how this first half has ended up. Yeah, anything else they can get is just a bonus, right? And if you're able to win the half out in your North, you're going to feel very, very comfortable here moving into the second.
Ooh.
Yugi will slam the hammer down towards outside. Playing the blame game, and it's him to fall initially. Man advantage taken here for North. S-Tag still here, still dancing around with this scout. This time won't have any heroics from him towards the outside area. Gade able to shut him down. NATO rotating in will get picked on up. And it's Freiburg and Stown all that remain in this 2v5 to try and salvage an 8th round for Heroic.
Optimistic at best, assume this is a possibility. I imagine we'll see. Oh, Gade doesn't have a flashbang. I thought he was going to send his teammate up towards heaven, but have to go and dry instead. There is a player there. S-Tag, what a goblin-y angle. Sorry, that's Freiburg. Stown, rather. Can't read here. About it. There's no way he's checking this position. Oh, God, I'm going to steal that one. I love it. Stown takes him down, but it's still a 2-on-4. 30 seconds, and North have taken the bomb from outside to hell to ramp to B. It's going down lower. Freiburg will send AZ to the depths of this round, but I just don't think a retake is going to be possible. No kit. North have a 3-on-2. Yugi's hitting shots of the AWP. Freiburg, he attempts the wallbang, but it's not going to connect. So North just got to hold down as they wait for this push to come back through. Freiburg gives up a kill, and it's just down.
Yeah, time taken away from him here. I mean, how much realistically can you hope to get done if you're Stown in this 1v3? Yugi will be this first point of contact, and he'll be the last point of contact. That is the round going the way of North. Hugo, you sounded like that meme, the WoW meme, and that I'm a big fan of that. So hopefully we can get a few more of these rolling on out. The first half goes in favor of North, 8-7, but it still feels like this could be an interesting series. So do not go anywhere as the second half of this map is coming up after a quick break. Well, E-gamers and E-gamettes at the end of that first half, it's
Awful.
8-7. That is just atrocious,
Trash.
isn't it? We're all
Garbage.
gamers. We're all gamers. But Hugo, a bunch of gamers in the server, 10 of them to be precise, Legend says. And North, they're sat 8-7 up right now at the end of that first half. Looking good. That was their T side of Nuke. So now moving into that CT half. Can we expect to see more of the same here on Nuke?
I hope so. This is great to watch. Valde has 5 kills, and North is still getting 8 rounds on the T side. That just shows that this team is doing work right now. Valde making some great calls, and Yugi's having a real match. Hitting some extreme shots with the AWP at the end of that second half. So now moving to the CT side, I want that AWP on him more than ever. Back towards the ramp, this man sits. He's got Valde side by side. So Heroic take a peer, take a gander, but they'll double back towards A. That's going to be the game plan all along. Molotov towards the hut route, and S-Tag just gets one tap. Gabe, double kill. He's so good with this pistol. AZ and Kirby will come out and help North. But Blame's now alone. Originally through that hut molly. He is a long way from home, and he's got to try and get something done in this 1v4. Would need the ace to win the round. Let's see what he's got.
Ooh. Well, he's been spotted, and now he has been eliminated. Yugi going to shut down the last hope for Heroic in that round, and they do continue their strong appearances from that first half here, immediately finding success there in the pistol. We were able to see them. I mean, now they're 2 for 2 in pistol rounds. We were able to see them get away with the same thing in the first half. They continue building upon that momentum. And obviously, we saw Heroic reply with a 4-spy in their CT side of things. They've gone for it again here in the T half. S-Tag going to be donning the AWP. Deagles, CZs on the rest of the squad, and Armor behind it. NATO saving a bit of extra cash, maybe looking to bring that AWP out early here on the T side. But it's risky going for a 4-spy like this if you're Heroic. You don't have that much room. I mean, you don't have any room. You're behind. In fact, it's North with room. You know, you're in a studio flat. They've got a penthouse. There's the difference. I mean, actually, some studios are very big.
Well, do Heroic have the real estate in the yard? Right now it's being afforded to them. Kirby's not dueling these Ts. I mean, in theory, they could just cross down towards B and there's no one to even stop them, and North have not got a player down lower. Won't be a problem. Looking fine for now. Kirby, every now and then, keeping an eye on this yard, making sure no one has crossed. It's unlikely you're going to see someone try and cross without smokes, and Heroic have plenty of smokes, so they don't need to do this one too fast. That's a deep hell smoke coming in from the spawn. Now Heroic going to start to try and take this yard. Blame's got aggressive. AZ has dropped NATO and the bomb as well. Not a good start here for Heroic. They're starting to fall like flies. That's a close position for AZ, and he's found so much value out of it. The gap in the smoke in main, and 3 kills from the Dane. Blame looking to try and turn the tide of battle, and he's going to drop on Yugi. Oh my lord, what a shot from Yugi. And I'm going to need a replay of both those kills. That was nuts. Yugi is styling on Heroic right now.
And Yugi's a man that I would not want to like get confident. Like, the one kind of silver lining you've got with Yugi is, you know, he struggled hitting that consistency in the past. The fact that, you know, you're letting him get off to such a good start here sets a worrying prospect moving into this CT half. Oh, it was a nice one as well, and then it just makes it look too easy.
That huge gap in the smoke from Heroic, they definitely can't afford to throw that same smoke again. That was so easy for AZ to abuse. And okay. Unreasonable, completely unreasonable. 2 kills from Valde through the smoke as Heroic run to their deaths. It's just Deeks in this one. North looking to take 11 before we see guns from Heroic. And now this is where the Force is certainly looking like a questionable decision from Heroic, who would have had rifles in this round alternatively. Maybe they want the full utility and the AWP, and that's fair enough, but this is just going to extend the lead from North before we get guns for this T side. Firing range for Yugi, you do not want to give him this room. Double setup in main. The SMG is the insurance policy here if AZ can't get the kills. And North have just had enough. They're just hunting now. They're just rushing the yard. They're killing everyone. No survivors, no prisoners taken. Clean anti-eco without a death there for North. And now the round we've been waiting for, Harry. The make or break, the do or die, the buy round.
Yeah, the problem with going something like that, you know, like we saw a team like Na'Vi earlier, literally earlier on today, and they were able to make those aggressive purchases work out pretty nicely, right? But it does rely on finding a lot of damage, and the fact that those last 2 rounds are kept so clean for North, you've put yourself in a pretty dire spot now if you are in this heroic squad, because this CT side, they've built up cash. They've now got a bit of a buffer in the way. You know, it's not uncommon on the T side to be in a situation where even if you've lost that pistol in the rounds that followed, you're normally just a little bit away from breaking down the economy and getting back into the swing of things. Heroic don't have that. They're going to have to grind their way back into this game if they want to go for it now. But they put a lot of stake in getting this buy out and in full force. So let's see if it was all worth it. Setting up those outside smokes. As you highlighted, we saw a bit of a gap in them a few rounds ago, so let's hope that we don't have more of the same. No, this time it does look like they've landed correctly, so Freiburg will be allowed to migrate over towards Secret. It looks like the rest of Heroic are just going to look to go for this A play, however. Stacked up outside of the site right now. Smoke here, Freiburg hopping into it. Very risky, but he will decide against it and is going to wait for that to dissipate before he continues any further. Actually turning his attention back to outside, and he will go blow for blow with Kierby. An extra man rotating down towards B. AZ is in the vents and can look to come up on this flank. Gage trying to buy time, but Stown does best him in the head-to-head. So 4-on-4, and this A bomb site goes the way of Heroic.
Yeah, and now this utility is really proving to be worth its weight in gold for Heroic. They take the force buy so they can get more util in their first rifle round, and they do so much with it. The outside smokes for the fake, the heaven mollies to cut off North on the retake, but now it's been spurred on. AZ wrapped vents to Secret, and he's taken down Freiburg in the yard, the lurk from earlier on. Double vent setup here from the T side. This could certainly catch North off guard, but they needed that kill desperately. NATO's dead. Blame alone. He'll peek into the AWP, and Yugi will take him down. It's Stown alone, 1-on-4. This would be incredible, but I don't know if it's realistic. There's the first. They're on the bomb. He can stop the defuse through the wall, but AZ is going to kill him before he can. North, they find the retake. Great work from Heroic to get themselves inside of the bomb site, but that post-plant falls apart.
Yeah, considering that was a 4v4 retake, North feel great about the fact that they're able to keep 3 of those 4 players alive. They do a stellar job of getting into A and keeping those casualties down nice and low, continuing to build that buffer up over on the CT side. Now, Heroic, obviously, they were able to get that bomb down. They've got the max loss bonus built up, so they're able to come straight back in with another purchase here. And it looks like they might just try the fast A play. Stown going to try and go for the vent dive. He will get down. So already a man in the back line of North. The rest of the squad trying to hit ramp. Yugi here on this AWP. Looked like a bit of a beast with the scout earlier, but he's only going to get one from the ramp room. Freiburg and S-Tag, they have cracked this B bomb site wide open.
I mean, North, it's not going to matter, but they had no idea that Stown even got down the vents. There was no rotation. No one even looked away from their initial positions after that utility was thrown in towards A. It won't matter, as said. Double entry from ramp. Heroic all over B, and North know it. Bomb plant down. 4-on-3 on the retake. If you're North, you're certainly considering this, but the money isn't great. They've got enough to buy up, even if they lose these guns, though. So that's somewhat tempting, but no kill presenting itself means a man disadvantage may play against North. And it might even be a save after. You can still see these ramp players are moving, but not exactly moving fast, and this bomb's almost gone off. They'll take the AWP from the body of Yugi and just tuck tail and get out of there. Good decision being made, and I like that Valdi's hunting here. Why not? You've got the money to buy. You may as well try and impact the economy of Heroic, but they're not moving outside of the B-bomb site. They'll get away with all 4 guns. That's a huge round for Heroic. They needed that. North is starting to run away with the second half. They took 4 in a row. And now finally Heroic breaking the curse and getting a T-sided round. Can they double down though? That's a question, because still everything in the hands of North in terms of the economy, AWP, etc. Heroic calling in their attack pause. And let's see their response.
I do love trying to listen to Freiburg, you know, like, It's always so interesting. I love that we get to hear, you know, just like a little bit of the comms. Like, it's not enough to give like a massive amount away. So like,
but it's just it's not even like they're not even giving away strategy or anything.
No, right?
They're just
it's more just like we get like a bit of insight into how these teams do communicate, because I feel like, you know, as viewers, it's so easy to forget how much extra information we get to see, right? Like, we have all this wonderful stuff that the ESL guys have put together to aid us. But it's great to see how, you know, you have these discussions and how you do try and piece together what the opposition is doing.
This certainly looks like North have read this vent dive this time. Stowns gets down, but there's already Valdi in the B site, making sure that he can't get any further. So definitely an adaptation from North that they seem to be using to their advantage. And Yugi even getting the pick on Ramp as well. That's huge. Man advantage for him. He drops down towards B. Ramp is given away, but Yugi still remaining aware of this position. And oh dear, timing. He gets caught on the back line. Tag onto Blame, but Stown with the frag. Valdi lines up too, and that bomb's been dropped in the open. Stown keeping this round alive, doing his damn best, but is it enough? AZ's running through that Molotov. I don't know if he realized he heard the tick of damage, but the door being shut in his face, and Stown just catching the bomb back up towards Ramp, but into the maws of Kiebi.
Yeah, North, they're very aware of the possibility that this bomb could look to double back and leave this B bomb site, and that will be the call. It's Gade who should be the fail-safe in this round, right? He's already wrapped all the way back into in towards T-spawn, and in this position, I mean, Heroic, they have to be checking everything, and you really cannot afford to discount the fact that someone could have gone so aggressive. But I mean, at this point in the round, you would not expect Gade to still be hanging around in this position. He'll mop up the last two remaining players, and North straight back in with yet another round on this CT side.
North, they just had the read there, right? Valdi's already down on B as Stown goes down, and we even saw a Molotov go into the vents before that squeaky play came through. Like, North were one step ahead of Heroic that entire round. The early molly to damage Stown, the early rotation, and then Yugi even makes it worth their while with, you know, 2 kills down on B and Ramp. So even when Valdi gets dropped, you know, North have got aggressive elsewhere. They've taken every retreat point from Heroic, and they've also got the B site. There was nowhere for those Ts to go. 8-13, North, honestly, looking like prepared, so much more prepared. And Gade's getting 2 kills up on the top side. It's just NATO, and he's not long for the world. He gets the only kill for Heroic in that round. And right now, Heroic are being outclassed in every way, shape, and form.
Yeah, North are really trying to flex, you know, why it is them who we often, you know, try and regard as the other top Danish team alongside the likes of Astralis, right? Heroic obviously are, you know, we're a team looking to try and contend for that position, you know, one of the best teams over in Denmark. And North maybe trying to make a bit of a statement here that they're still a little ways off. Now, obviously, both these teams experiencing roster changes as of late. But I do feel like maybe that has more sweeping implications for a team like Heroic. That said, with North, we have spoke about how for them, it wasn't just a roster change. It wasn't just, you know, swapping one man out as it looks on paper. It is an entire identity change, right? Yeah. You move Valda out of that star role. He takes up the IGL mantle. You bring in Yugi, who's a completely different style of AWPing presence to Cadian.
One big thing you have to remember here is that, you know, even though this is looking dominant right now, when these guys played, this is the exact scoreline we had. I think we had a 16-7 win to North on this map, and Heroic picked up Mirage 16-4. So with that being the second map, this is not looking like a, you know, 2-0 in any way for North. I think Heroic are going to be bringing the heat in that follow-up map. Let's see if they can, you know, breathe any more air in this one. There's actually a couple of kills coming through. Blame and NATO opening up very, very early on. Kiebi's let them pass inside of A, and he's got 2 kills for free. Spray with the AUG. Bomb dropped. Kiebi is making it work. He is locking down this site. Blame will hear him drop in, but Kiebi is on the angle. Blame going for the pre-fire and getting away with 4 points of health. Now NATO, he's got to be the one to make the difference.
Yeah, he's got to be the one to make this play. He's pushing in. I mean, Blame F trying to navigate this bomb site. Has to be very careful. AZ up from the vent. Oh, and they line up for AZ. A 15th for North as they reach map point here in map 1 of this series. Looking good. Looking to get this one under wraps.
I will say it is really cool to see Yugi performing again because, you know, we obviously had him back in Optic. He had He definitely at one point looked like such a promising AWPer and then just kind of dropped off. There were talks of issues with him. Obviously took a step out, a step down from Heroic at one point as well. He's been around the block, and right now he's 20 kills deep for North against Heroic, looking to try and cement themselves as the second best team in Denmark. So really great resurgence from Yugi. What a career he's had in these past couple of years. Let's hope he can keep it up, but for the side of Heroic, this is a rough one. One round on their second half so far, and North, well, one round away from bringing it to a second map. So with a couple of rifles, Heroic look desperately for a round. They have got a player outside of Squeaky so far. Stound's inside of the A site, so that's a bit of a surprise maybe that could catch out North later in the round. But Heroic have gone for the outside split down towards B. Bowler is in position to rotate down and assist. But North are going to be perfectly fine to retake. Plenty of utility, plenty of kits, plenty of players.
Yeah, Stound is someone, though, who could definitely throw some chaos into this round, and I was hoping for a bit more there. Getting traded, getting dealt with, and Valdez going to flip this round back on its head, back in the advantage of North. NATO and Freiburg, the only two players down at this B bomb site out of the three remaining for Heroic. Blame F trying to come in on this late flank. NATO will remove some of the pressure. Gade, yeah. So close, but NATO now trying to head up the vents, trying to get into this bomb site. They will get into A, and they will get that bomb down just in the nick of time. Kirby and Yugi on for the retake here. And bomb, where's that planted for? I think it's planted open. It will be like a mini plant by the looks of things. Flame F trying to set up for the post plant, but him and Kirby, they just bypass one another, and that will be NATO dropped as a result. Blame F, the man at the helm of this Heroic squad, left in the 1v2. They spot the bomb, is planted for this vent position, and Kirby scouting him out. North take the W, they take the win here on Nuke, and in a very convincing fashion. Heroic just getting one T-side round.
Yeah, that's unfortunate as well for NATO, right? He assumes his lobby is covered by Blame, who just went inside a Squeaky, but the timing